Let me go get the gift. Wait, you need to scoot your chair forward like 2 inches. Not even. Okay, perfect. I also didn't really wrap it because that's a lot of work.
Why? I don't understand why you're getting me a gift.
Well, I just saw it and thought you should have it.
So it feels mug-like, but I think it might not be a mug. Well, I think you say you didn't wrap it, but maybe you infused the mug with the gift. That's my guess. Oh, wait, this is so cute. What the fuck?
You like birds.
I do like birds.
I don't know. I saw it and I was like, you like birds. You should have this.
These are so cute. I love an enamel mug too. I don't have any.
You could take it camping. So we have to go camping in the summer, so you can.
I love it. What the fuck? This is so cute.
Slay.
Oh, it's not made for the microwave. Oh no.
Who would have thought?
I don't
with a metal rim.
It's fine.
But yeah, I was at Sierra,
I'm familiar.
TJ Maxx of outdoor stuff.
I don't really know how I feel about Sierra. I feel like Sierra.
It's kind of, I don't know. It's kind of gross, but I do like it. I buy good things, but inside I'm like,
is this actually? Am I actually getting a discount, or is this a lie?
Yeah, I got an Eno hammock for $20, which I thought was a good deal. Eno, the expensive brand.
Oh, see, I've never seen actually expensive brands there. I've only ever seen brands that kind of look like expensive brands, but they're not actually that brand.
I feel like
where it's Eddie Baumer.
Oh, I feel like a third of their stuff is real brands, and it's still expensive. They just also have it there.
Yes, I've noticed that.
And then 2/3 of their stuff is Outdoor Susan, and it's what the fuck is that? And it's well, it's TJ Maxx quality
cross-track
pants for outdoor stuff, core clothes, but TJ Maxx price, quality, etc.
Now I'm going to ask all of you a question. How much money or gall would it take you to, if there were 4 men outside of your apartment playing baseball,
to join them?
Jump in?
You have to jump from the balcony, or do I? They're no down gloves, below.
But you want to join. Hey, can I join? And you just bare hand.
Hey, you guys need a fifth? Where my hug at?
So this is gonna be so distracting because we're just gonna stare at ourselves. Myself,
but it's kind of it kind of looks like we're looking into the camera.
I think they do that on iPhone. I think that's an autocorrect, and thank God for it, especially on the FaceTime feature.
No, because whenever you FaceTime, you just stare at yourself.
I can't not.
I agree.
You have to. I think that's part of the.
Do you ever think about Do you ever think about the eye contact portion of a conversation when you're on FaceTime?
100%.
I feel sometimes I'm on FaceTime and then I'm wait, let me eye contact.
Look at you really
stare
quick.
into the camera and I'm
oh no.
And then what? What?
So interesting observing from this high place.
Oh no, I'm gonna be so sad next year when we live on the other side because I kind of love watching this parking lot. There's a lot to see, but. The one on the other side, there's a tree right in front of the balcony, so we'll actually have some nature vibes.
That's same with mine.
We'll overlook the parking lot at the dentist, lit. Okay. But at least we'll have some greenery. But yeah, I don't know. This view is not bad. You can see a lot of the sky, which is cool. You can see the reflection of the sky.
You can see the sky
online.
Yeah, no, that's true. I have one thing I want to talk about, and it's people taking themselves way too seriously on Madison. We can
hold them if we want. If you want to clip.
It's people taking themselves way too seriously on Madison Foodie, the Facebook group.
I'm not on there. Should I be on there?
100%. I'll send you 1,000 posts because it gets so intense so quickly.
Oh, are they beefing on there?
Oh, there's so much beef. I'd say the most contentious topic is price of things.
Really? Okay, well, because that makes sense because I would assume
I'm going to give you I'm going to give you a few examples. So this one person anonymously, you know what? I didn't realize that this would actually be dangerous. How could I not understand that this would be dangerous playing baseball in a parking lot?
Yeah, they're going to hit
someone's car. They would hit a car. Why wouldn't they?
And this is why I'm having my cars not in this lot or near this lot.
I don't know
It is
why I
under
didn't
that.
consider that. So what I was gonna say was, okay, so there was this one example. Let me see if I can find it on the group. I don't really know how to use Facebook that well.
Because it's an app from hell, and the design
I
the,
didn't
the
know if I
design
could
is
like
really bad.
search something.
It's like not the most user friendly website, surprisingly.
Surprisingly,
Considering most of its population is literally old
Oh,
people.
you know what? I can wedge salad.
I've heard of this place.
A wedge salad? You've not heard of a wedge?
I've heard
salad.
of a wedge salad.
You've heard of a wedge salad.
I've heard of wedge salad.
Okay, so this is one of the posts I got. Like,
this is like our Reddit post, Am I the Asshole section.
It literally
Except it's so Facebook. Niche and local.
Okay, but this is applicable to other people that just enjoy restaurants. Okay,
So foodies, fellow foodies such as ourselves.
So I wouldn't even.
Would you call yourself a foodie?
I'd say I like food, so I guess yes.
Well, and also you cook and you like ingredients and things.
And I like looking things up and the
you like ingredients.
Food. I like ingredients. You know, the things that make a meal. That's true.
Okay.
Some people don't, though.
I would consider you a foodie. Okay. You're like into food more than
probably.
When you think about people who aren't into food, I think they're insane, which means we must be foodies.
Yeah. No, I'd agree to that. So this is okay. So this is this got 194 comments and 139 reactions 6 days ago. So people are active in this group, and this caused quite a stir. This original post was this wasn't even anonymous. I love this. He said, "Restaurants, please explain why wedge salads run on average $14. Fourth of a head of iceberg lettuce, bacon bits maybe, blue cheese dressing, sometimes red onions. $6 to $7 max, I would think. Ha ha." Okay. Original opinions. What do you think? What are your thoughts before we get into the comments here?
Okay, so I get where we're coming from. Because have
you ever seen a wedge salad before?
It's literally like the chunk. Like
it's literally a wedge.
Like they give you the chunk and then they put some stuff on the chunk and then you eat it and it's cool.
The concept of it makes me upset.
The concept is stupid. Unless here's the only time. Okay, you know what? We should start a business. Here's another idea. I think a wedge salad could be okay if they actually like put it in like a parchment paper thing and they hand you the block to like. Like if you're at like it's a food truck. Ooh. That's the only time you should be doing a wedge salad.
And I've never seen it.
Is if you're gonna fucking hold it.
I've only ever seen it at steakhouses
and bite out of it. Yeah, that's something like that. That could work for me.
I like that idea actually. Right? Now that you say that, I like that.
Because why the fuck salad? Else are we doing a wedge?
Because you're not eating. Here's the thing: you're at an outdoor event. You're not eating
you
a
can't
salad.
I mean, you could, but it might blow away.
No, it's embarrassing. It's gonna blow away. A wedge
also,
salad.
Like, you just kind of look like a bitch because you like ordered a salad. And it's like, girl, we're at the fucking fair.
We have a food truck. Now, if it was portable, now I'm. That's understandable. Now I get it.
Yeah, like
now it's a handheld food. Now this is fair. Like
now it's fun.
I
understand the point of doing a fucking block. So, anyways, aside from that,
so we're both in agreement that a wedge salad in general
the concept is stupid.
Okay.
Moving on from that, ignoring that part, I don't care why you're ordering a fucking wedge salad. You're probably stupid. I don't care.
Right.
Okay, yeah, it maybe costs $6 or $7 to buy all the ingredients, but that's literally not how restaurants work. Inherently, like you pay because they make it for you. That's why you go to a restaurant is because you don't cook the food yourself. That's the whole fucking point.
Okay, so what is your take? So
I get him being like, yeah, that's too much.
Okay,
I get that part. I think it should not be $6 or $7. It should be more than it costs to buy the ingredients because that's how restaurants work. But maybe 14 is a little steep. I would agree for a kind of a nothing burger salad. Like it's just.
But here's the thing. Here's my opinion. So I agree.
How much do we think it should be though?
A wedge salad, but that's the thing is I would never order a fucking wedge salad.
And again, it's a non-problem because I'm not the kind of person that would ever order
a wedge salad because it would be like here's the thing, because part of what you pay for at a restaurant is not the ingredients and them assembling it. It's also just like it's that, but it's the vibe of the restaurant. But specifically with meals, for me, it's the assembly of the meal. It's the care that it takes to put the meal together. I've never seen a wedge salad where I'm like, wow, they really took a lot of care and time into putting that bullshit together.
The presentation's so breathtaking.
Right. So it's like we kind of lost presentation and assembly on this item.
Half the parts of like what makes restaurant food important.
Right. Of why we pay for an item in the first place.
Literally.
That's why also why I don't.
The plot.
That's also why I don't order fucking cocktail shrimp at a restaurant. I don't order cocktail shrimp at a
No,
restaurant.
real, because also
Why
why
would I?
There's
I can also buy thawed shrimp.
There's probably better food. There's just also they're not that good. I'm gonna be so real. Every time I've had cocktail shrimp, I'm like, yeah, it's good.
I'll eat the fuck out of cocktail shrimp.
I will.
By myself
I'll
in the comfort of my own home.
I'll shred through some cocktail shrimp.
But it better be on sale, and I better be getting it for less than $8 for an entire tray. That's when I'm eating cocktail shrimp. I'm never eating cocktail shrimp at an actual with a cocktail. I'm never eating it with a cocktail. I'm never eating it
during happy hour.
I'm eating it in a basement. No light.
You're eating it in a Tuscan kitchen from 2011 in a Midwestern home. Yeah. In a middle class establishment.
Maybe it's midnight and no one knows that I'm awake.
Or it's a holiday. And your mom bought it and was like, yeah, I got this. And you're like, yeah, it's not that good, but it's not that bad. Like,
but here's the thing. I will
pretty mid.
I like shrimp, just plain shrimp, so it's fine with me. But that's just an example of, okay, so what you did here at the restaurant was you've given us almost nothing.
Yeah.
You put it in a little dish. That took about 5 seconds. So
low effort,
I feel the same thing.
Medium
about
reward.
Cocktail shrimp and wedge salads to me they're the same dish where I'm like, I can't justify paying this price. And if you go out and you pay for a wedge salad, hey, you did it to yourself. I'm gonna be bought a wedge salad because you just listed the ingredients. You just listed. You're like, this is ridiculous. It's only 4 ingredients, and they're charging $14 for it. Go get it yourself.
Like, have you tried looking within?
Why are you ordering it then?
Like, do some introspection.
You're like, I can't believe it's only four ingredients. Why would they be? Why are you ordering it,
girl? Make one at home.
Get something else. Okay, so that was my initial take. But here's the thing. I do agree. $14, steep.
I'm like a little with him, and I'm a little against him.
Yes.
You know what? That's fine.
And that's why it has 139 reactions.
So what's the discourse that follows, though?
Okay, so this was, let's see, what something has, okay. I'm going to read the top comment, which has 159 likes. Christina says, and every top contributor in this group, same selfie. It's the same close, forehead forward
look. Yeah.
It's you know the vibe.
I know the vibe.
You're paying for so much more. No, actually, she's doing this. You can look at her.
Wait, did us? Oh, wait, she's so much younger than I. Oh no, she's
not.
Wait,
no, she's not. It's all that age. You're paying for so much more than the food. You're paying for all the overhead, labor costs, food waste, everything. It's always cheaper to go to the grocery store and shop for yourself and need it at home. Everyone agrees with that, though, Christina. No one's saying that's not true. You're also paying for the convenience of someone preparing the food, but that's the thing. What's the preparation?
Well, yeah. Okay. You're the convenience.
Dropping it off at your table, clearing your table, and washing your dishes. But here's the thing: no one's ever ordering just a wedge salad.
Yeah. You're a cartoon level villain, I think. If you go to a restaurant and your entire meal is just a wedge salad. Actually, no. What if you ordered 4 wedge salads and you said, could you just keep them all one big bowl? Can you serve all of them separately? It's just one head of iceberg. And then when you finish it and they come to clear the plate, you're like,
because that's how another wedge salad? Can you imagine how fucking ridiculous that would be? And then your bill is,
I think you should leave sketch.
$62 for one head of iceberg. That's how ridiculous this is. One head of iceberg, maybe a quarter cup of blue cheese dressing, and like maybe a quarter cup of bacon crumbles. That's what you're ordering.
No, total. That's like a cup of bacon crumbles.
It's like not even. It's definitely not even a cup.
That's one bacon crumbled.
It's because singular it's bacon. A quarter of bacon per. So you get one bacon strip, one head of iceberg.
But even better is you order all 4 up front. You say, "Can you not cut it into?"
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
And they just lay a bacon strip across the top. And they draw like a.
They bring the cow.
Yeah.
It's.
You get to. Holy shit!
You get the mold fresh. You get to contribute your own mold. Oh, that was a cool move.
Yeah, these football. Wow, these football guys, these baseball guys, we're getting crazy with it.
So okay, so that's the one take, and it's not like I disagree with anything she says.
No, she just stated the fucking obvious.
But here's also the thing.
It's inherently annoying because her profile's like this.
I have a question.
If your profile pic looks like that, you should only be on Twitter.
We were just complaining
because you should be one of our soldiers where all those right-wing men like respond and are like, yeah, well, I bet you have an OnlyFans. And it's like, Yeah, well, Christina's making 40K more than you a year by just selling photos of her pinky toe.
So who's
So
winning?
honestly, yeah. Yeah.
And you couldn't even get the comedy slot on OnlyFans.
And she's buying 4 wedge salads at the fat fucking dinner for $62 because she has the bag
she's
to
proud
drop
of
on
it.
that.
And she's tipping 35% because there's also tipping
because
discourse.
She's tipping
Bro,
for
the
the
tipping
labor.
discourse is crazy in this as well.
God.
Where someone said something like, if you can't tip 33% on every meal, you shouldn't be ordering or taking out. I was like, I almost pissed myself reading that.
Wait, I actually don't have words.
Who thought of that? Who thought that? Who has ever thought that?
What do you mean by that?
It was insane.
I mean, I know what you mean by that, but
and I'll show you that later. But some people agreed. Another person said taxes, insurance, wages, rent, mortgage, utilities, to name a few reasons. Okay, but that's not the wedge salad inherently.
No, wait,
but that's not the wedge salad. That's just operating a restaurant.
That's just every business.
So let's just talk about cost.
It's just such a stupid thing to say. It's a non-thing.
Okay,
it's every business.
So I have a question. So let's say that there's rolls at this restaurant and they cost money. Okay.
Let's say Let's say we're at a bakery where it's also maybe a cult, and we're all wearing the same headband because we can't show the part to let the energy out,
and we can't look at the mixing bowl.
We can't look at the mixing bowl while it's mixing, because if you see our reflection,
guys, if you
we'll turn into dust.
Go back to episode 2. God,
that's yeah. Anyways, so we're at the Ovens of Brittany, and everyone at the Ovens of Brittany has a roll.
Okay, and they are charging.
They're charging.
You're
buying a wedge salad here.
How much would you be okay with charging for like bread? Like
bread? What do you mean? Like
at a restaurant. So like let's say you're an Italian. Let's say you're in an Italian restaurant and there's bread. How much are you okay with How much are you okay with?
Okay, can I say something?
Being charged for bread.
An important question.
Yeah.
How much are the entrees? Because if you're at an Italian restaurant and the entrees are around, like, if like a big, like a pasta entree is like $26 plus, the bread should be free.
Agreed.
If your entrees are cheaper than that, you can charge for bread, because that is not the kind of establishment you're running.
Agreed.
I think there is literally like an invisible line, and like
however you want to do it, girl. I don't care, but like.
But no, because if you go to like a nice place and like it's gonna be kind of drop some coin on that dinner, like the bread should be free. Because I'm paying $90 for 2 entrees and 2 Cokes.
Guys,
so
I have crazy news for everyone here. So do you remember Tutto's on State Street?
Yeah, well they're gone. Yeah.
Well, no, they're not. They're not gone.
What happened to them? Where'd they go?
I need to explain this. I had no idea until I looked yesterday by accident. So Tutto's, dog shit. It has been dog shit for the past 15 years. Anyone that says different is brainwashed.
Is a liar.
They simply don't understand how food is supposed to taste. I'm so serious. Anyone that thinks that Tutto's has been good in the past 10 years, because I've gone twice. I went twice to try to. The first time that I went with my mom, I think I got like a pizza there, and I think they were under different ownership. I think it's changed owners like 2 or 3 times. And the first time I went, it was fine. I was like, I probably just ordered something not that good on the menu, and that's on me. No. So the second time I went, I got a pasta. It was fine. But it was fine as in like I should be paying Noodles and Company prices.
Real.
For whatever this is, because that's
quality of
that's the quality. Right. It's the quality. And it's not that. So I was like, okay, I'm giving it one more chance. Everything was cold the third time I went. Literally every single item that I got was cold when it came to the table. And it's not like I'm just complaining and I didn't say anything. I did say something, and it still came out cold the second time.
That's actually crazy.
So it's fine. But here's the thing, I just stopped supporting it, and I stopped supporting it.
People who don't know how food is supposed to taste, I don't know how to break this to you. I think there's a scarily large percentage of the population that frankly doesn't really have any like preference. Like, they're just fine with food tasting bad. Oh, like, it's not that they don't know how it's supposed to taste. They just don't care. They just don't give a fuck. And that is upsetting to me. And that's why I think we're foodies, technically.
Yeah, I think so. But, okay, so here's the thing about Tutto's. So they've always been kind of charging kind of steep prices, but it makes sense with the location. I kind of got it. I was never upset with the price that I paid there, because I was like, okay, there's a shit ton of staff. I get it, right? I wasn't getting a wedge salad, so I wasn't upset with myself. I was getting things that were normal.
4 wedge salads, so how bad could it be?
So honestly, it was fine, and it was a fun location because it's like right on this main street that you walk down, and then you do other bullshit after.
Super pedestrian friendly area.
Right.
Like it's in the shop. Like,
Okay.
it's where all the old wealthy people go to shop and eat.
You know, the restaurant that you took me to that we went with Teddy, and we got like a fish fry, and we went to like the back of the restaurant. We got like some fun beers. Me, you, and Teddy went to a restaurant together. It was raining this day. You don't remember this at all? We even walked Teddy back to his Mustang.
I remember this, but I'm trying to remember where we went.
It was on the Capitol Square, and it was a place that you go a lot. Was it Cooper's Tavern?
It must have been Cooper's.
So we went there.
Yeah. It was Cooper's. It was.
So
and it was raining so bad. And then it stopped right as we left.
There was a restaurant that we've walked past multiple times that we're like, what the fuck is that? Where it's in between Cooper's Tavern and Rare. Rare is another like mainstay on the Capitol Square. It's a steakhouse. And next to it is this place called... I need to look up the original name of this place because it's important for what I'm about to reveal. So we know that Tutto's went out of business, but there may be multiple reasons why they went out of business. One, food was shit and no one fucking went there anymore. And they had way too much bullshit going on their menu, and there was just too much. Too much happening. They never fucking renovated their Tutto space. It was the same place for 20 years, which sometimes can be cute, but it was just
the vibes
it was
there weren't
dingy.
That great. It wasn't
bad.
Really giving like nice Italian restaurant.
It was just
wasn't
giving
really giving like homey family.
It wasn't
Italian
even
restaurant.
Really giving Italian restaurant.
It was just giving green. So green.
It was just giving green, green and dirty.
Yeah.
So that's part of it.
Okay.
That was definitely part of it. And they even did like a few GoFundMes. They did like
I didn't even know this.
Oh yeah. To like make sure that they wanted to like
under.
Exactly.
That's crazy.
So they did a few of those, but at the same time, the owner of the restaurant opened up a second restaurant, and I didn't even realize that he opened up a second restaurant.
Okay.
On the square with the name of Sass. Which is S-A-S-S.
Yeah, no, I actually.
You saw it,
yes,
and we walked past
by
it.
The same people.
And
I knew
we were
this
like,
only because of my new job, because I had to go through our catering thing. But yeah, it's like a touch of sass by Tutto Pasta.
No. So it used to just be Sass. And they served pasta dishes, and it was supposed to be like an upscale type. Anyway, and the second that I see a checkerboard balsamic drizzle, I know that shit's gonna be bullshit. I know I'm gonna be upset the second I leave that restaurant because I know I'm gonna be paying $40 an entree.
And you didn't even get a wedge salad.
And I didn't even get nope.
Goddamn.
Well, let's see if they got a wedge salad actually.
Honestly,
let's see if they got that. So they call themselves an Italian restaurant. The first thing that I see on the menu is edamame. This is what I mean by I fucking hate these bitches. Edamame, salmon salad, and this is what I mean by a crisscross drizzle.
Yeah, so
with a mango salsa on
is
top.
Actually 90% covered in drizzle.
Okay, so that's the number 2. Joe's ribs. Sorry, also deviled
kimchi
eggs.
Pork wontons?
Deviled eggs.
What the fuck are you guys
cheese
selling?
Curds, crab cakes, antipasta tray. Okay, so that's the only Italian thing so far that we've
Dude,
read.
you could get your edamame, you could get your wedge salad,
stuffed,
and you could get your...
They have one stuffed mushroom. Okay, I'd say that's Italian. Grilled wings.
What's going on? These are all different
ribs.
Foods. What the fuck?
Bruschetta. Okay, we're back. We're fucking back. Caprese.
Yeah.
Okay, so out of the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13.
13 appetizers.
13 appetizers. Let me count how many are actually kind of Italian. Just kind of. 1. I'll count. No, I wouldn't even count that.
Don't count the sauteed green beans.
2, 3, 4, 5.
That's less than half.
Less
by a lot.
That's a third.
It's closer to a third.
A third of the appetizers are Italian. Got it.
What you see in your country?
Soups. Take a guess. What?
Well, I saw New England clam chowder. I done seen it.
Okay,
that's
so
crazy.
Try to guess any of the other ones.
I saw the second one. It was lobster bisque.
Yep.
What the fuck?
French onion.
Frunion. Which most restaurants have a French onion. I guess.
Why the fuck
fine.
would an Italian restaurant have a French onion? Though?
I guess they're not an Italian restaurant. They're just a restaurant.
They listed themselves as an upscale Italian restaurant. That's on you.
Why so we're just lying.
Okay.
I guess.
So, okay. Then let's get into just the salad.
This is Trump's America. This is misinformation at its finest.
Let's get into the salads. Okay.
Wedge salad. $17.
Let's see if they got one of those. They actually don't. They actually don't have a wedge salad.
So they're saved a little bit.
They did. They have.
Wait, I need you to scroll to the desserts. Do they have tiramisu? That's if you're gonna be in an Italian establishment.
Holy shit! Do they have fucking wines though? Let's see.
Maybe it's really just about the Italian wine, and then you go there, and then they're like, "We don't really care what you eat."
They also have brunch. Okay, yeah, desserts. Wait. What the fuck? Okay, tiramisu is on the menu, and guess what? It has a chocolate checkerboard drizzle with strawberries. That's not how you serve it. That looks like shit.
It looks so stiff.
It's not how tiramisu is
supposed to be wetter than that.
Okay. We also got a cheesecake. I'm not upset with that. Whatever. Every fucking restaurant has a cheesecake on their menu. I don't care. Cannoli. Okay, normal. Now we're getting into why do you have this on the menu? Apple crisp, berry parfait, and then just cubed watermelon.
I'm going to say something. Shackle me if you must. If you are going to a restaurant and you're ordering cubed watermelon as your dessert.
Why do they even have it?
If you're ordering cubed watermelon as a dessert and it's not because you're vegan, you should probably be put to death. Because what the fuck? Like, you should just stop going out. Just stop going out. Just don't go out to eat. But we got cubed watermelon at home.
Why? But that's no, we crazy. Don't though. Because why is this on the menu in winter? Where are you getting the watermelon?
Well, and I don't even care. That's just stupid. How much does it cost?
Take a guess.
Like $7.
$5.
Dude, go fuck yourself. Sass can actually eat my whole nut. And ass.
But then they changed their name because now it's Tutto's with a touch of sass. Which is the stupidest name I've heard in a long time. And I'll talk to the owner. If somehow he stumbles upon this, I'll talk to you. I'll change your menu. I'll Gordon Ramsay the fuck out of your restaurant. And we can make it successful.
We could make like a series too. We can make like a little documentary.
Yeah, we could do that.
Could get rich.
Because genuinely, this is not working and you're going to go to
genuinely,
business.
this ain't it.
You're going to go to business within the year.
Hey man, your business model sucks shit.
And just because you're on the square does not mean you're going to get crazy foot traffic. People are going to take one look at your menu or they're going to try it once, realize how dog shit half of the menu is.
Watermelon as the dessert and be like, I'm not eating here.
Speaking of, peel and eat shrimp is fucking on here. Not even a shrimp cocktail. Peel and eat. They didn't even peel it for your ass. They didn't even.
And this is upscale.
$20.
This is upscale.
Yeah, fucking pisses me off,
basement.
Bro. Then they just have like all seafood.
I mean, sure.
This
whatever.
Is what, but
this.
They're like cost of restaurants are so high. Like it's so high to run it. Yeah, if you can't decide on any sort of theme.
Well, also like.
Of course, it's going to cost a shit ton.
Importing all this shit that's not even part
of
an Italian
no one is going to be ordering.
Like, this is why some like smaller restaurants like the Globe.
I love them.
One of the best places ever. Oh my god! Actually, this is really funny. Katie and I hung out the other night, and we got the Globe. I brought takeout, and we drank wine and hung out, and we both got the creamy curry noodles, which I had not had before.
Oh, I haven't either.
They were really good. But spaghetti noodles. Not kidding.
I'm not surprised.
And I'm eating it, and I'm like, this is really good, but I was so thrown by the just spaghetti noodle texture. Like, I was expecting really any other kind of noodle.
But they were, no.
It was so funny. And Katie's like, I just can't get over the fact that these are spaghetti noodles. I was like, I know. It's kind of, like, crazy.
Except the Globe is kind of a weird place because I would normally say restaurants, you need to stick to a theme. The Globe's theme is... That's it.
The Globe's theme is low key like Asian fusion though, because they have a variety of like Asian foods.
That's true. It is
like
Asian
it
fusion.
is like Indian curries, and they have like the K barbecue.
Shit.
They've got like
what they do that's really
some
smart.
Nepali stuff. They've got like lassi. They got Sri Lankan food. Like I have a little bit of a couple things, but it is one like realm of like flavors. It's not like they're like, yeah, well, we're doing like a lobster bisque and then a wedge salad, and then we're doing tacos.
Because you can reuse a lot of the same ingredients throughout different dishes. So they have multiple curries, but they're all comprised of cauliflower, carrot,
similar base,
potato, and then they have some of the same spice bases.
Which just
they
makes
reuse.
sense.
They do a lot of the same menu items, like they do the Korean, the bulgogi,
the barbecue
beef,
stuff,
but they also make sure that they say, okay, but you can also have this be tofu.
Yeah,
chicken.
you can choose your own, like, you can choose the proteins. Like, it makes sense.
It's a takeout only place as well.
No, they sit down.
Well,
they have, like,
it's basically
they literally have
only.
maybe 5 tables. So
yeah,
but if you go sit down,
good.
the vibes are worth it because it's so
small. I've done it like the outdoor.
Every time I go there, I feel like Anthony Bourdain.
It's so good.
Yeah, that's crazy. So fuck sass. I guess don't go there. I don't know.
Well, let's look through their Benedicts first before we move on.
Not the Benedicts.
So they have.
Wait, okay, can we pause though? Why the fuck do they have Benedicts?
3,
it's because they do brunch.
4, 5.
It's because they're in Madison and they do
have
brunch.
5 different Benedicts.
Let me guess. Let me name some Benedicts and you tell me if they're on there.
Okay.
Florentine.
Nope.
Really?
Nope.
That was all I had. What's the other one?
None of these are real, by the way. These are all made up Benedicts that don't exist.
Hit me.
First one is the Sass Benedict.
Which I don't know what's in there. Well, it's not Italian, so
that's true.
I don't know.
It's not.
I was gonna say like Italian things,
nope.
like some sausage or something.
No.
Hollandaise?
No. Yeah, there is a Hollandaise.
On the Sass one?
There's a Hollandaise.
Okay.
It's tenderloin tips, cheddar cheese, Hollandaise, and onions for their
very Wisconsin.
Benedict.
So not Italian at all, but okay.
But it's Sass, but I thought Sass was Asian fusion. So I'm confused.
Like, who's Sass?
Who is Sass? Okay, Tutto, which is... We know Tutto.
So does it have
They have
pasta
a Tutto
on
Benedict.
it?
What do you think that is?
Does it have pasta on it?
No
Pesto.
pasta. Pesto, yes.
Okay,
Pesto,
mozzarella.
Hollandaise. There is mozzarella.
Oh, I'm really good at this. Tomato?
Bruschetta, yes, there's tomato.
And basil.
That's in the pesto.
Oh, these are different ones.
Okay. What's the meat, do you think, that they use in the Tutto?
Salami?
Close, pancetta. So
that one's actually Italian-ish.
Yeah.
Consistently-ish.
Okay. Oscar, crab meat, provolone, hollandaise, and topped with green beans. Gross. Who the fuck is ordering that?
If you took the green beans off, I could be okay with that.
Crab meat? Not even a crab cake.
No, you're right. I assumed it was a crab cake. Yeah, no, actually, they should die.
Salmon, mozzarella, hollandaise, and capers for their salmon Benedict.
And you know what? Some 70-year-old woman is ordering and loving it. And that's
and then for our last Benedict, which I think is the most egregious, we have the Korean Benedict.
Oh no. Is it pork belly?
It's pulled pork, not even pork belly. Pepper jack cheese. Coleslaw.
What?
And K barbecue sauce.
Listen, I need a Korean person to walk into Sass,
drop
trow, and drop a heater right on the floor and then
what
leave.
Even is the Benedict?
And then say never, ever make anything called Korean anything ever again.
Oh, wow.
Dude, actually, what the fuck?
I'm telling you, this place pisses me off, bro.
No, I'm pissed now, too. Fuck
Thank
that.
you.
That's
Thank
actually
you.
egregious.
Wow.
Yeah, people always do, like, it's Korean, whatever, and then it's, like, a sauce that's not even like a Korean sauce.
Whoa,
it's the
this
only
is
thing
fucking
making it
crazy,
Korean.
bro. This is why they get business. They have a bottomless mimosa and Bloody Mary special, which is only
for brunch.
$15
for brunch. Yeah. No,
that's how they're making money.
They're really just a brunch restaurant that has to be open the other times of the day and the week.
Okay, so
so they're just cooking whatever the fuck they want for the non-brunch time. I'm not kidding. Actually, I think that explains everything about this.
They're just like
model.
whatever.
They're like, well, it's not brunch. Nobody's fucking here.
I genuinely don't understand. So let's go to the reviews really quick before we end this, because I'm so curious as to see what have people actually gotten from here, and has anything been good?
Probably not.
Or because what something that I saw about on Reddit. So I looked up this restaurant on Reddit. There's a lot of fake reviews on Reddit that are like AI or computer generated, or just like, oh, a 55-year-old man
the
who is probably the owner wrote this, because most people.
They're pumping their shit up. I get it. They're trying to look good.
So they have 72 reviews.
Okay.
On Google and a 4.1 star rating. That's why you can't trust stars in Madison. If
4.1, yeah, 4.1 could be better, could be worse.
I've had great 4.1 restaurants, and I've had dog shit 4.5 restaurants. It
right?
really just depends. Okay, so what do you want to know about? Do you want to know about price, pasta, party price, happy hour, hush puppies, bourbon?
No, just
brunch?
read the first two that come up.
Okay, So this person says, went here for dinner with my husband and 4 years old son after visiting the Capitol building. So that's their demographic.
Exactly.
This place is very cozy. Our server, Melissa, was very attentive, making sure at all times we were good and enjoy our time.
Good job, Melissa.
We ordered 3 pasta dinners, bourbon St. Medley, tutto mari, and fettuccine alfredo with chicken, all very tasty. Also tried clam chowder and potato ham soup. Okay. The whole experience was great. I recommend this restaurant to try it.
You know what? I think she's from Wanakee. I'm not fucking kidding.
Okay,
she's from somewhere 30 minutes ish outside of Madison, and they were in town.
Let me see where most of her reviews normally are. Close. Oak Brook, Illinois.
Oh, well, never mind.
She's all over the place, actually.
Who the fuck? Whatever.
Who is she?
All right, is this person real? So she liked it.
So she's mostly in Illinois, and she mostly doesn't. Okay, so she goes to pretty much American restaurants mostly. Okay.
Surprise, surprise.
Okay, let's go back. Another 5-star. 5-star. You give a 5-star. What? We gotta go to a bad review.
People like it, and you're mad.
I'm so mad that people like this. There's no way.
I said, an alarmingly large portion of the population will just eat anything wherever, and they actually don't really care.
So this person got brunch. So this is I'm very curious. Samantha's not impressed. This was the first 1-star review that I ran across.
What does Samantha have to say?
Bad signs when they're waiting outside of the door, asking you to come in. Moved away from Madison and was excited to eat at this new location. Ordered a mojito and received a Moscow Mule. Tried to order only apps and was pressured into ordering the pasta, which was horrendously bad. We asked to get smaller portions and were met with, we don't do that anymore, even though it's printed on the menu. I don't review often unless it's admittedly very bad or very good. Unfortunately, the food we had was actually a health hazard. Tasted and smelled rancid. When people only eat 2 bites of their food, yes, something is wrong. And you should comp. I second the statement on even the salad being drowned in dressing and the bisque tasting like Costco frozen crap. What we experienced was 5 people standing around and not really doing anything to make us feel welcome. Maybe we didn't look like big spenders. I don't know. Pretty sure multiple people in our party now have symptoms of food poisoning. The worst culinary experience I've had in Madison. Be more self-aware. Go to Reddit if you need more evidence that half of these 5-star reviews are probably bots or fake. The people and amazing food scene of Madison deserve better. See?
She kind of nailed that, though.
Samantha, love you, girl.
Beautifully written.
Manar, we got tea on this
read it.
Manar has something to say. Do not eat at this restaurant. Period.
Which we aren't gonna, so I guess.
How far Tutto has fallen from its days on State
Fall from
Street.
grace. Dude, we make a video essay, it's 55 minutes long, and then we get 8,000 million views. And we do like a crazy clickbait thumbnail, and it's like the fall of Tutto pasta.
Tutto's restaurant.
Yeah.
Because honestly, it's fascinating.
Tutto's fall from grace.
I can do more research into it because it's crazy. Okay. This is an entire thing. This iteration is a disappointment to what I consider an otherwise vibrant and compelling food scene in Madison. What I love about these reviews, these last 2 reviews, is like
these not are people only who like are invested in the food community and like the food journalism.
They're like, not only is this restaurant bad, it's a disgrace upon even
it's a
being
scourge
open
upon the
in
land.
Madison, which is the funniest shit I've ever heard. Okay, I wish I checked
like,
the reviews.
I would like Samantha could have finished it with they should burn this shit to the ground,
and I wouldn't.
And I would have like,
blink.
Amen, girl. Sure.
I wish I checked reviews on other platforms before checking them here. Rather than wax for paragraphs, here's my bulleted list. When someone starts a bulleted list,
no,
that's
read it.
crazy.
I'm so invested. Okay.
Well, based on the observations my party made. Number 1, deviled eggs were overcooked, as indicated by the sulfur flavor.
I'm sorry. Can I just start with why did you order deviled eggs at an Italian restaurant? Why did you order deviled eggs at a restaurant?
Hey, they're a victim. Why are there deviled eggs at the Italian restaurant?
But why did you order it? That's also crazy. Next.
Well, let's see. Caesar salad was drenched with dressing.
Yeah, unfortunate.
French onion soup was too salty and didn't taste like French onion soup. So this person
Real.
so far has not ordered a single Italian
Yeah,
dish.
I think we're just here to see what's up. I guess we're not really here for the Italian.
This is a common complaint. Asked to get a small portion of my entree, an option listed on the menu, and was told they aren't doing that anymore.
Okay.
Hey, black it out on your menu then.
Black it out on the menu, but also, yeah, why are... I don't know. The one thing I'll say about the previous review is if you felt pressured into doing something, you should have just not done it. Because personally, if they were like, no, you should order an entree, I'd be like, no, I'm good.
Yeah. Like, but it is weird that the service, it is weird that the service member did it
in the last one, they were standing outside beckoning for us to come in. Like, we're not in Paris getting scammed. We're not in Madison Rome getting handed a flower and then being told it costs this many, like,
euros,
whatever,
doubloons, however many doubloons,
how many doubloons it's gonna run you.
It's like, crazy that used to actually be a fucking currency.
Now it's a cat.
Couldn't eat more than 2 bites of my tortellini due to the dish tasting acrid. Haven't heard that in a hot minute.
Wow.
As though it had fouled on a countertop for a full day before being served to me. Wow, holy shit. There is absolutely nothing that could have redeemed this experience. I was ready to pay, leave, and never think of Tutto's again. However, I am compelled to make my opinions known for the safety of others, as I am currently in bed, combating gastric pains and coping with the urge to vomit using every fiber of my being. The absolute bare minimum responsibility of a restaurant is to not give its patrons food poisoning. But Tutto's has floundered on every aspect of the dining experience so profoundly that I would not be able to sleep at night if I did not warn others.
The best part about this is that this person started the review with rather than wax for paragraphs as wrote a list and then wax for paragraphs. They said, I'm going to not do this and then I'm going to do it anyways.
This is where tea fucking comes in though. So I repeat, do not eat at this restaurant. Madison has many better options. True, they do. Edit. Owner deleted their response as far as I can tell. So I have copied the text here from a screenshot I took, also attached, because I figured they'd delete it as well. It said, what day did you come? This is not a normal standard. I will like to make this up to you and fix the problem. Can you please let me know when you were here and who your server was, please? I do apologize for your experience and would like to fix this situation. Edit to respond to owner yesterday, 7/28/24 at noon. I really did mean it when I said nothing can redeem this experience, especially seeing that people get 10 to 20% discounts for complaining about food on various other reviews on the internet. If other displeased customers ate food of similar quality to what I had and they got was a small discount, spare me the insult of what paltry effort you've been displaying to other victims. I just told you I got food poisoning, and all you can say is the same thing you told everyone else that expressed discontent?
I guess,
at least reference my pain right now. The feeling I get is you're using a mostly boilerplate response to negative reviews because you just don't care.
Well, yeah, that's just every business though.
Yeah, I wouldn't say so.
But most places, I would not be surprised to see them just use the same response. Like, I'm sorry you had a bad experience. Let me make it up.
But this is food poisoning though. This isn't just like food was bad. This is food poisoning. Okay.
Well, yeah. I mean, yeah, but again, still not surprised this is the generic ass response you're getting. Like, that makes sense to me.
But here's the thing. Nearly half a year since eating at this restaurant, owner still hasn't tried contacting me. It took 5 days to totally shake the symptoms of food poisoning. I'm not a sucker to give my private number to a restaurant owner with a reputation. There's a feature for business owners to chat with reviewers on Google Maps. Try suggesting that one first.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, I guess that...
oh my god, the funniest shit ever. The owner replied to this.
What do they say?
With the same response.
Again,
from before.
They don't care, or they literally are just using a bot, or they have some intern. They have some underpaid guy who's just like responding to the reviews because they know no one will actually respond. Like for like 5 people that write a review that's like the food was bad, blah blah blah, it sucks, fuck you guys, and then they say like, oh, I'm so sorry to hear that, Susan. What day were you there? And I'd like to make it up to you. Half of these people, more than half of these people, just won't respond to the owner response, or they don't care, and they're like, I'm just not gonna go back. I don't really give a fuck. I'm gonna ignore this.
Yeah.
So they're expecting to not hear back anyways.
Right.
So I frankly am not surprised.
They just prey on the people coming to the Capitol. That's literally it.
Yeah. And
yeah. I'm wondering if the owner has sat down to taste the food. A hungry cat would walk away. If most of your reviews are about how bad the food is, maybe take a look.
A hungry cat would walk away is so beast and so... I have literally never heard that
I know.
before.
I need to take that one. It seems like the owner just gets defensive. If 9 out of 10 says the food is bad, then it's bad. I hope your chefs change or do something very quickly. Place won't stay open very long otherwise.
Well, evidently that's not true because they are still open.
They've been open since what, July?
That was July.
June
yeah,
or July.
Unfortunately, they are still open.
But they've been. But I mean, what? They've been open 6 months.
Yeah, give it another year, they'll probably die.
I hope they do. And
so
I'm willing. I'm willing. Hey, I'm willing to sit down with you and change your entire business.
I thought you were going to say sit down with me and eat there, and I was like,
No.
I don't think we should.
No, I'm willing. I'm willing. I think we could really do a remodel here. First thing we need to do, change the fucking stupid ass name so that maybe you can actually get different customers
and change the menu. Everything about it sucks.
The menu sucks. The name sucks. The concept sucks.
Basically, what if we just burn the whole thing down and start over? That could be good.
You just need to simplify it by like
1,000%.
1,000 degrees. Yeah. It's crazy that you even opened this. It's crazy you got investors. Yeah. Who the fuck gave you money to open this restaurant?
Yeah.
So anyway, that was about 40 minutes of me ranting about this place that I've never actually
And you're not a foodie. Well, in similar related news, you should open the pictures I airdropped you because these are all... I deadass took screenshots. This happened like 2 days ago, maybe, because I was on Facebook. I don't know. Sometimes I open the app. I don't know why I do that. And then I go to Facebook Marketplace, and I send this picture all the time. It's so funny. Don't scroll through them yet. Okay, sorry. I was scrolling through Facebook Marketplace just because I like to look at furniture and stuff. I don't know what happened, but this day everything was whack. Mm-hmm. Not a single normal thing. So I screenshotted like 12 things that came up as I was scrolling. I did not have to refresh or anything. Yeah, send that to me. Send that to me. What is glazing milk?
What is glazing milk?
I don't know what that means.
And the fact that it's road, but it's spelled incorrectly. It's road glazing milk.
Yeah, send that to me.
It genuinely made me. It's on Facebook Marketplace, and the fact that it's open.
No, I screamed. Some of the shit I screamed when it came up because I was like, "What the fuck is this,
bro?" This also being $90. Yeah, and it's like, a cup.
Like, I'll never buy a Stanley. If I buy a Stanley, come check on me. I'm so serious. I'm so serious.
You've gone down a dark hole.
Okay, I'll have to accept it later, maybe. Okay, so open the first one.
I think it's this one,
yeah,
right?
So there was a Skibbity toilet costume.
I see it.
How much is it? $40.
$40.
Really not that bad.
Toilet
I
costume,
love that they cut out his face.
One size fits most. Inflatable toilet suit plus mask.
There's a mask. Oh, thank God. Well, they didn't show the mask. I didn't scroll. And then there's that.
Oh my fucking God. What is horse about this? Like,
yeah, what is?
Like, they say it's a rock.
I don't know how. I thought it was a pool, and then I thought it was a chair, and I'm really not sure what it is.
I don't know how you would use this. Mm-hmm. It's a big bird, but it's like.
And I'm gonna put pictures right here so you'll be able to see the shit we're looking at. But
what do you do with
what
that?
What the fuck is that?
It just kind of looks like, I feel like a dog might really like this.
I was haunted by the photo. Like, just like. Like, it's kind of so scary. Right? Yeah, I don't know.
That's the face. Wow, that's a lot.
It only gets better. This one, I know. The spelling, afraid.
Spelling is crazy.
Also, how tall is it? Because it looks almost life-size.
It's almost life-size, but
it's a little short. There. Like, it's like 4 feet.
4 feet tall. I have a singing Santa that's about that size.
Yeah, it was like kind of scary, but kind of funny.
Sorry for the incorrect price. The actual price is $75.
But it is $75. I laughed so hard because what do you mean? Like, I think they wrote that and then someone was like, commented and was like, brother, you can edit the price. And he went, oh shit. So then he fixed it, but he never deleted that.
Yoda, he's big.
I screamed. Yoda, he's and big, no punctuation.
Good shape.
Like, what do you mean, good shape? And like, you know what?
And you can't see him
You can't even see the shape.
You can't see him. He's halfway cropped out.
You can't even see the shape. Oh, did a child post this? Like, I have questions.
So funny.
Yoda, he's big. Also, the way he's like
grip on Yoda,
and the way Yoda's posted up. Yeah.
This makes me so. And this is just one day.
It's so yes. These were all the same day. This was not even 10 minutes of scrolling. But it kept happening, so I went back up to the
Bro.
top and I started screenshotting because I couldn't believe
These are
this.
so
I
fucking
needed to
funny.
like document.
Oh,
And then there's okay.
Is this the Titanic?
I heard about this like a week ago.
I
can't remember who was telling me about this. At work we were talking about there's like a picnic we host every year for like all the new like radiology residents and stuff. And they were like, yeah, we did a bouncy house one year. And then one of the people I work with was like, dude, yeah, we talked about maybe getting the Titanic slide. And the other one was like, what? And I was like, the what? She's like, yeah, it's like an inflatable slide, but it's the Titanic. And it's like turned on its side and you slide down it. And I'm like, and it's for kids? And she was like, yeah.
I was just listening to a podcast where there was a Titanic history museum, and at the history museum,
Titanic slide.
They add a Titanic themed bounce house and
which
slide.
At the museum makes sense, but just
to
have that with no other context.
No, it doesn't. Having it at the museum does not make it any better. It honestly makes it worse because you have all of the context in the world right now. You're like, wow, this horrendous tragedy where all of the poor people died.
Yeah, and I think it's because it was so long ago that nobody gives a fuck anymore, which is crazy.
But it's like at that museum.
Yeah.
The second you're done learning about all this,
but this at a wedding.
This at a wedding
goes hard.
Okay, description.
So anyways, it's $1,200.
Blower don't come with 33 feet tall, 45 feet long, 27 or 28 feet wide. It's a monster. The
Titanic.
person who buys this will have to sign a I don't know. We need to come back to the listing. Let me look up Titanic slide on Facebook right now.
Go through the rest of the pictures first. It's fine.
Wait, is that it?
I bet they're gonna sign an NDA.
That's not even it.
Oh, maybe that is it.
No, it's not. You have so much.
Yeah, I know.
Jugger.
Okay, this is actually sick. I screenshotted this because I wanted it. This is if you play Call of Duty Zombies, any iteration of the old zombies or the new one because they brought back the Black Ops zombies.
Okay.
You could buy a Juggernaut mini fridge.
It is cute.
How much is it again?
It's $600.
$600 because it's like a collectible.
I guess.
So when I'm rich, when I win the lottery, I won't tell anyone, but there will be signs. I will have the Juggernaut mini fridge in my house.
Okay, this is just purchased and used as a display prop. Okay,
yeah, it's just cool.
Vintage Bumbles.
This is so scary. Okay, picture this. You wake up in the middle of the night and you hear rustling down the hall, and you walk out of your room and you look and you see that at the end of the hall. Do you kill yourself or no?
It's 5 feet tall too, so it's about my height. Horrible? It's only a little bit shorter than me.
This is literally Maggie.
It also looks like
imagine Maggie getting eaten by this.
It doesn't look like it was made professionally.
It looks so fucked up and scary.
It is very terrifying. This would give me nightmares. Good shape. I wish it said that.
God, I wish every listing on Facebook Marketplace had no description except for good shape.
This is also gigantic. Pillsbury Doughboy, very large plush collectible. It's 3 feet tall. It's 3 feet fucking
And
tall.
why is it pictured sideways? Like, why does it have a mugshot?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Has some imperfections. Well, maybe the imperfections are on the side. Yellowing and discolored. Comes as photoed. Yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't imagine you'd find it. You'd bleach it for me.
Oh my god, I just previewed the next one.
This is the last one.
Frog urinal, $10. New in package, frog urinal.
Like,
why pick up in Waukesha?
Like, why did you buy a frog urinal and then not open it?
I mean, if I had a penis, this would be fun.
Right?
This is like a game.
Oh, dude, for the 1 year anniversary of the podcast, we buy Shewees and then we pee in the frog urinal.
Yes.
And then we sell it to one lucky viewer.
Cleaned or uncleaned, however you want it.
It comes with some imperfections.
Some yellowing near the mouth.
Comes as pictured, unfortunately. And that's it.
Yes.
That was I just wanted to share that because I actually could not believe my fucking eyes.
Insane.
Yeah, I was shook.
Okay, pick your favorite. Mine is probably Yoda. He's big.
I agree. I saw Yoda. He's big, and I actually cried real tears.
You can't see him. You can only see one part of him. It's so funny. You
can't even see his shape. I wish we could see the back too. I wish we could see his eyes because I want to know what his fucking head looks like.
I need to send this to like 5 people now. Okay.
Yeah, it's
sending this.
Truly generational. Yeah.
Okay. Isn't
that nice?
So funny. I love that. Facebook really does have some fucking gold. But you know what it doesn't also have? Really stupid people that have their full identity on there and will post the craziest, meanest takes of all time.
Also,
and it's their entire everything minus their credit history is on Facebook, and they have no problem saying the nastiest shit you have ever seen in your fucking life. Like, they will call you a fucking cunt
slurs, the
on
whole shebang,
slurs, and then they're like,
eugenics.
how did this come back to me? I don't know, because
how did this get to my boss?
Selfie, your location, where you went to high school, middle school,
where you
elementary
work,
school. You have
in
95 fucking
work?
friends. You have your current and past employers.
Yeah,
I mean,
come
I
on.
I could figure out every piece of information
a baby
from you
could,
with a brief
could
scroll.
get your IP address, dude. It's crazy. No, the other thing that is on Facebook that's rampant is like posts that are clearly AI, and it's like a baby with 17 fingers holding an American flag next to a weirdly shaped pit bull dog.
Oh my
god! And then like 14 people will like
this.
comment "God bless America," and it's like, are any of you real? Are any of you, any one single person that commented "God bless America" with the flag, are you real?
I think some of them are, yes.
And I don't think they should be voting.
No, but that's
because that has 17 fingers. That's not a real photo. See, and you did not question for even.
What's that one old saying where it's like, those who
the blind leading the blind?
No, well, yeah, but that's not what I'm talking about. There's this like quote about democracy where it's like, those who want democracy then realize how far we are. That's fucking not it at all. That's not the quote.
Well, if you find it, let me know.
It's something about democracy and how it's like a true democracy is like, you're scared of it. Okay, let me look up true
I think I know what you mean.
Democracy quotes. Okay, let me take a gander. No.
So you can't search anything on the internet anymore because it's all just a wasteland. Like, you used to be able to actually use it, and now you can't because of AI and companies and.
Oh, and that Google AI shit, it's wrong 90% of the time.
Also, can we talk about Spotify Wrapped? Ugh.
It was ass.
It was dookie shit from a butt this year.
I really thought they put like 10 seconds of effort into it.
What was your top song?
I already told you, it was Passion Fruit by NMIX.
Oh, yeah.
I skip it every fucking time that it comes on.
Well, did you have a phase where you listened to it a lot earlier?
No, literally no. So I don't even know what it wasn't even my favorite NMIX song. I like Roller Coaster more.
That's a good song.
It's much better than Passion Fruit.
I've been listening to Run for Roses by them.
I love recently. Run for Roses.
And I think See That is my favorite NMIX song.
I love NMIX. They're so good.
It's like hip hop, and they're all wearing baggy jeans. It's fire. Allegedly my top song was Killing It by P1 Harmony, which I think makes sense. I did listen to it a lot around like the time I went to the concert, so that checks out. But yeah, I don't know, I was really disappointed with all the features and stuff.
It's fucking Winston Churchill, and I hate his ass.
That checks out though.
Winston Churchill's the best argument. I don't actually believe in this, but it goes to what you say.
Yeah, just read the quote.
The best argument against democracy is a 5-minute conversation with the average voter.
Fair. I get it. I get what he means. Have you seen the movie Churchill?
No.
It's called It's called The Darkest Hour.
I haven't seen that.
It's really good, actually, if you like historical stuff.
I do. You know I love history.
Because it's like a drama, but it's like pretty historically whatever. But it's about
Churchill, perhaps?
It's about Churchill, like either like I don't remember, like some big thing happens and then I'm fucking stupid. Maybe it's like about, I don't remember if it's like World War II. No, when was he?
Yeah,
it's like about joining World War II or not or something. I don't know, but
I mean, they didn't really have a choice.
It was it like follows him and like him trying to like rally people to like get the nation pumped up for war. And,
yeah,
like,
that's what he did.
To happen. I don't know. But it was a good movie, and like the guy who played him did a really good job.
Yeah, he became prime minister in 1940. Yeah, so like
it's
right
after. It's called The Darkest Hour because it's about like all this shit happening right before they have to like decide to join the fight, pretty much, and like
he was kind of crazy, but I mean, you kind of have to be. So
to be you gotta be. I've learned that. I think you really have to be super insane to actually be a politician. Because I would rather probably be shot than actually have to be a politician. I'm not doing all that.
I mean, I don't really believe in politicians. I don't think anyone should. I think the second that you start to like really idealize any of them, like I've caught myself doing that with like even AOC. Like it's not like you shouldn't hold any of them on a pedestal because that's kind of the point is that you should always demand more from them.
And I don't know, I agree with that, but I also think a lot of people like I think it's an interesting career because it's kind of like all encompassing and you can't just like have that be your job and then like clock out in a way. Like once you become far enough up in like once you become part of a you reach a certain role and level of success within like that career path, you just can't clock out anymore in a way.
No.
Like Tim Waltz was not clocking out. Like AOC doesn't really clock out. Like I'm sure she
None
does
of
stuff
them
outside of work, but
do.
like you
No.
become this like thing
You're a
outside of a career.
figurehead and
Like
shit.
it surpasses that, like the boundaries of that, which
I would say
sounds
that
horrible
I'd
for a
say that
person.
that's not just politicians though. I would say that's like CEOs, people in like very public positions with very large companies.
Agreed. Yeah.
A
It's
lot of
just
that is
crazy.
very much the same with like you're just never gonna feel peace. And well,
Well,
you signed up for it. I don't know.
yeah,
I mean, I
real.
feel bad, but also not really. But also,
But
I don't know.
you decided this was the path for you, and then you pursued it. So here you are.
So,
Makes sense. Yeah.
what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? What are you
Christmas
gonna
is
do?
coming up.
Yeah, yeah, it is. Yeah, it
Got any
is.
Christmas song recommendations?
No, I haven't. I've been able to avoid that so far.
You don't listen. You don't like Christmas music?
Well,
It's
I
December
like to
what,
listen
like
to it.
7th
Yeah,
right
but
now?
I haven't listened to any of it yet. I've only listened to like
I've only listened to a little. I guess I shouldn't
some
say
that
that.
have just come on, but I've been busy. I've been super busy. I haven't really been able to like shop at all for anyone. But
Shit,
I
I
need to
gotta do
shop.
that still.
I'm shopping tomorrow. I'm gonna make sure to make a list. I have a good list of things for people,
You
and
know
I'm
what
gonna
you're gonna get, kind of. That's
yes,
good.
I have a
That's
good
good.
idea
Because I
of
feel like
things
that's
I'm
the
gonna get
hardest
for
part.
people. Trying to stay under $500.
Do you struggle to figure out what to ask for?
No, nope.
Oh,
I
because
give
like Sean's mom is like, "What do you want for Christmas? Like, make a list, send it to us,
well
so we can like." And I'm like,
with that, it's
I don't know what I
need
want.
I asked for necessity. So my lunchbox falling apart. It's like genuinely falling apart. So I need a new lunchbox. So for the gift exchange that I'm doing with his family, that's the only thing I asked for. I
Hmm.
just asked for a lunchbox. That's the only thing that I fucking want. There's like a $30 maximum limit
Oh,
lunchbox.
that's nice.
Lock it in. So like I give different lists to different groups of people. So like my mom and my sister, I gave them the same list and I'm like, coordinate with each other. These are the things
I
that I
think
want.
everyone should be doing lists. I think it's and if someone sends okay, can I be oh my god, if someone sends you a list, maybe don't deviate.
Do not deviate.
Because
There's
my
a
mom would
reason
do this
why
thing
they
where like
fucking put that
I
shit
would
on
make a
there.
list unprompted because she would buy a bunch of stuff that like no one wanted
No
and
one
then we'd
wants.
return it all. And then it's like you just she did this thing also where she'd buy a lot of random small things like from the thrift store. Like I not kidding, in 2020, and
Yes.
she brings this up sometimes. I
Yes.
got 3 bottles of fish sauce. Like there were just ingredients. And I was like, "Hey, you don't have to
Something.
wrap a bunch of stuff just so I can open things. Like I'd rather we open literally 2 presents and it's like the pair of socks that I wanted and
And
nothing else."
I just don't get
I
that.
don't
I
understand the
genuinely
need for
don't.
stuff. Like I think she felt this need to
I
like
think
provide a lot of stuff because when I was younger and we were really wealthy, like I opened a ton of presents because I was the only kid and she made like 120K a year. So like yeah, there were a lot of Christmas gifts. And then I grew up and that wasn't the case anymore. I think she kept trying to like fill that void and I'm like, "Girl, I don't feel like
but it's
that
also
matters
not
to
the
me."
same. But it's also not the same because you're not a child.
There's just
And
yeah,
it's
I
like
don't get
and
it.
I don't need to unwrap. That's I struggle with the same thing with my mom as well, where it's not even like the wealth thing, it's just like you're just putting random shit
Yeah,
under
like they just want you
here.
to open a lot of stuff. And
Like
it's like I don't actually care about the amount of stuff. I care about the time spent together, the experience we have, and maybe if you ask what things I want, like when I tell
then
you those
just
things,
please
you just
just
get
get
those
that
things.
thing, please. You
Because like that
don't
was our problem.
I don't need 35 random skincare things that I know you got at TJ Maxx
Or like a
that
random candle
I
that's
don't
super ugly and
want.
smells bad, and I don't even like candles really. Like
That
I like either get
exactly.
the thing I ask for or get me nothing at all, and
Oh,
that's okay.
sorry. I'm gonna put my friend's mom on blast
Do
really
it.
quick because this shit actually made me so mad. One of my friends is in this family that I think half of them are narcissists. I hate
Mm.
them so much. And this person asked for one singular scarf with a link Provided a
Yeah.
link. Provided a link.
Provide links that you have
Provided
no
a link.
excuse to be buying all this random shit.
Just a scarf. Wanted one scarf, okay? And was into air dry clay. Asked, do you know how much those are?
Probably
combined?
Not that much.
Combined, do you know
Like
how much those are?
$40.
$40 combined. Combined $40 worth of stuff. Okay. Asked for a scarf for 4 years straight. Got a scarf finally.
Okay.
Wasn't the scarf asked for at all. Not at all the same colors. Not at all the same pattern.
Not even close to
not even
the same vibe.
Like one was like a fashion scarf. The other one was like a winter scarf. Got the fashion scarf. It really doesn't
serve the same purpose even.
No. It doesn't make any fucking sense. And if you're confused about a gift that someone asks for, you know what you can do? You can ask them.
Ask them.
You can ask them. You can be like, hey, would you rather have blue or white?
Like,
that's fine. You don't have to guess. You don't have to. Okay. And then the clay, they didn't get it for my friend. They got it for my friend's sister. They said, oh, we think that this person will like it, even though this person asked for it from their parents.
That is really crazy.
It's like genuinely mean.
Yeah, that's
to
like
do that shit.
Yeah, that's so weird.
Why would you do that, bro? People are just fucking weird.
I also just like, how do I phrase this? I feel like now that I'm an adult, and I look at like how gifts and stuff work in some families, like I think it was always
so
at least in my family, I'm an only child and there's two parents, and I would just go with the other parent to shop for the other parent. So I'd go with mom to shop for dad and vice versa. But and like they kind of knew what each other wanted, but they never would make a list. Which is crazy. Or my mom would make a list. My dad wouldn't because he never asked for anything. So my mom would be like, oh, I want like these things. And it's always just 12 birdhouses. Like she never wanted anything else. So my dad would be like, can we maybe get some jewelry? And she's like, stop buying me jewelry. I'm like, okay, well, you don't have room for another 14 birdhouses. So we can get you 3. But what else do you want? Do you want anything else? So that was a problem. And then it was just for Christmas every year, my dad would just get given clothes. Because he never buys clothes. So it was just, here, try on these 17 things we got at Kohl's for you to wear to work. And then he's like, okay. And then we would return half of it.
I hate that dynamic.
And it's just like, dude, it's just bad.
That dynamic is ass.
And it was it was soulless. And it's just like, bro, like, what if we just like actually got people things that they wanted or just didn't do any of this? Like, I just don't get it. Like, I'm at an age now where Sean and I are either I was like, what do you want for Christmas? Do you have any ideas? And he's like, no, I might have to think about it. I'm like, okay.
Great.
And I didn't have any ideas yet for him. And then the other day I was like doing my work from home setup and I was like, yeah, my monitor doesn't have like
there we go. See?
The thing I need to like hook up to this thing. I need a special cable. I got the cable. It's fine. And Sean was like, wait, your monitor is so old. And I was like, yeah, they both are.
Like,
and he was like, I'll get you 2 monitors for Christmas. And I said, okay, cool.
See how nice that
Problem
is?
solved. So like, a useful thing.
That's
or
what I did
you
for
ask
Bailey
the person, hey, can I get you this thing?
I got him like a storage extender for his Xbox because that was something that not Xbox, PS4. That was something that he needed, and I was like, great, I got you a storage extender.
And we know you want it.
Right. Something that you needed and wanted, which I really like useful gifts. Bailey, actually, it depends on the person. So some people really like sentimental gifts, and some people really like useful gifts. I like useful gifts. I like sentimental gifts can be nice.
I like both, but I think you have to just have a balance. Because sometimes it just makes sense to be like, yeah, I'll get you this thing that's useful that you want and need, and we both are aware of. It makes me really
happy to see
the thing
that get used because that was something that was a pet peeve. You know what? This is literally therapy because I'm now understanding why I do that because I would see shit go unused in the room that we open gifts in for like 7-8 months, and that shit used to piss me off because I'd be like, you asked for these fucking shoes, bro. Does this make you feel better about your dad helping you with the car though? Because you're kind of like, I get it now, it's a useful gift. Yeah,
you're seeing me use the thing. Like I kind of makes sense.
Yeah, I get it.
Yeah, I think a balance between the two.
I don't know. There's other motives for the
I get
thing
that.
with my father, but
like, yeah, I feel like, yeah, I just, now that I get older, I'm like, maybe we just don't even do gifts, man. Because, like, what the fuck? Why are we doing all this?
The thing that I wish my family would implement, but I think they're not there yet. I think in the next couple years they're going to get there. Something that I love in Bailey's family because they have so many kids is they do the Secret Santa between the siblings and the parents so that everyone gets a gift.
See,
and you feel like you're all included, and there's like a fun aspect.
And it's cheaper because now you're doing it so that everyone only buys like one or two things for that person.
And you have to make sure that you make
everyone gets a gift. Everyone gets a gift that they either want or that is thoughtful or both.
And the prices are all the same.
It stays affordable.
To stay within the price range.
No, this shit is perfect.
Great. I love Secret Santa, bro.
We can't do that. There's literally 3 people.
I know, but that's the thing. But yeah, is they'd have to get looped into a bigger thing, and they're not going to do that.
It makes me sad when like things like that happen, and it's just soulless.
Well, last year it felt soulless for me getting gifts for everyone because there is this like immense pressure in my family for gifts. Christmas is always very stressful for me because it was like, oh, is someone going to be upset because like both of my parents had trauma surrounding Christmas, and so they were always like really pissed off during the holidays.
That sucks.
And so my dad would be like trying to get people the most expensive gifts, and then people feel weird if they don't love them completely, and then it's like you can't return them because it's like then you're saying you hate the person, and there's a lot of like secret shit, hidden shit that's like not actually accurate, but people just get very offended over like everything, and that's just like it's a very weird environment to try to bring someone into. Like I brought Bailey into it, and he's like, so like, do you guys do Secret Santa? Like, how do you guys do gifts? And I'm like, oh, you need to get like multiple gifts for everyone.
Yeah,
for everyone in my family. And there's that was my phone. It's fine. Now there's mom, my mother, my father, my sister, my sister's husband, 2 kids. Okay, there's 6 fucking people plus Bailey plus me. So there's 8 fucking people here. Okay, and you're supposed to get 3 plus gifts for everyone.
Important question. Do you guys tag team now? Do you go, this gift is from Bailey and Emma?
We did that last year, and it was such a sleigh.
Yeah, we did it. That's what we've been doing.
We did it for the household for them, because I was like, Bailey, I don't want you to feel like you have to get 4 gifts for each kid plus a few gifts for people you don't even know. Like, he doesn't know my sister and my sister's husband that well.
And it also just gets expensive. It gets expensive. We don't live a lifestyle to do all that.
My sister wanted like this plate set, and I was like, how about you just get them a household gift? Just get them the plate set, and then that takes care of the kids, and
that's everyone. It's for everybody.
Right, because it is for everyone. Yeah. And so I was like, maybe you should do the same thing this year, because like it's a whole fucking thing.
Simple. Like
it's a whole thing.
The holiday, it shouldn't be about the stuff, and it shouldn't, if you're getting it,
at the end of the day, a lot.
But also like it shouldn't be this fucking stressful. Like the whole point is to like be happy and be together. And when you're doing all this shit where like everyone's either getting people stuff they don't want, or you feel pressured and you're buying all this shit, you're spending all this money, and it's just this soulless thing, and it doesn't fucking need to be like that.
It doesn't.
This is why, like,
and I've changed it, bro.
And, like, friends oriented, like we're cooking a meal together and we're eating a meal. Like that is perfect because there's no gifts, there's money, but it's money invested into food and time to make a thing for everyone to enjoy.
I've always preferred Thanksgiving over Christmas for that exact reason, because it like to me it's like time dedicated is more of what's going on.
It's more important
than material goods.
And I just think there's no expectation of all that extra shit, like the stressful stuff.
And you just get to eat good food,
has
bro.
all of that.
And that's why I've set a very intentional limit for myself.
That's good.
Where I said every person only gets 1 gift. Other than the kids, they get 1 book, 1 gift.
I love the included a book. That is fire.
That's it.
Beautiful.
That's it.
Because you don't need more, and
no.
And do you think back to your childhood? And sometimes I think back and I'm like, I did not need to receive all that shit.
Well, it's also they're getting gifts from fucking everyone else too.
Yeah.
So what's the point of me? Like I didn't. Also, there's a limited amount of space in their house. Like it's probably not fun for a parent to be like, okay,
where do you store all that?
Where the fuck am I gonna put the 90 gifts that because my nephew's birthday 3 days after Christmas.
So he really does not, because he's gonna get both, so it's fine.
So it's just a whole thing.
Yeah, Well,
but I have really good gifts in mind for everyone that I think everyone's gonna be really excited, and if they're not, well, I tried. It's things that I think that they'll like. But I have some really good gifts in mind. I have this one book that I'm gonna get my mom that I think she's really gonna like. It's about she's really into like old movies, and specifically like Jane Eyre type vibes.
Yeah.
And there's this really cool book that has multiple editions, and it's about etiquette of that era.
Oh, that's really cool.
And you can kind of like, what's really interesting is you can like watch movies that like base a lot of their etiquette practices off of this book. So
no,
like if you
this is a good thoughtful gift because you've
Yeah.
listened to a thing that someone enjoys,
right,
and you found a thing related to that
Yeah.
hopefully will be something that they actually like. And it's
Right.
probably not like a crazy expensive gift.
no,
Something
and it's really
simple,
cute. It's really
something
cute. I think it's like
thoughtful, something that can
they have
be
a new
reread.
edition that just came out. I can get our hardcover one for like
It's fine.
$30. It's
Love that.
and it looks really nice. It could be a good coffee table book as well as just like, oh, this is like a fun thing to look at while I'm watching the movie that I love.
Love that.
So I thought it was a really good, like, okay, this matches what she likes and loves, and I feel like that would be great.
And
so
that's what it should be.
yeah, and I know that Bailey really likes sentimental gifts, so I'm gonna get him. He's not gonna fucking watch this, so I'm gonna get him a like locket because we're good. We're long distance.
Remember when you gave me a locket last year?
But
with a picture of
it's very
Subin in
different,
it.
yeah.
That was so funny.
So, but
that was worth it for the bit.
one thing that he really likes is he loves his car and he loves keeping things on his keychain. And so I'm going to get him a like durable locket to keep on his keychain.
That's cute.
So I thought that would be really cute because there's this picture that he loves of the two of us that we can put in there as well.
That's really cute.
So I thought that would be a really good gift.
And it's kind of niche, yeah. Love that.
So I'm hoping, because he also loves silver. That's like another, I don't know, he's a fucking bird, I guess. So he likes shiny shit. So I thought that would be sentimental. And then I think I have a practical gift for him too, but I can't remember what that is. But I have some good ideas cooking. And then my sister just sent me a list. And do I like any of the things that she sent me? No. Most of them chuggy as fuck and are gross. And I wish she didn't have those on her list.
I wish she didn't want that. Well, that's like, oh my god. Okay, so Sean's sister is trying to do like a criminal justice thing for like grad school stuff, but to get there, she has to do a year as a cop.
Oh.
And she is in her cop training right now. And her Christmas list, there are 3 things: Armani cologne,
hilarious,
or Versace cologne, one of the two.
Love that.
That is one of them. A T-shirt from a like workwear like Southern vibe company that says like hook 'em and book 'em. It's like a pro cop T-shirt.
Like,
yeah.
what?
And then her boyfriend, the one thing, who I've never met, the one thing he put on the list. Also, why am I buying anything for him? I've never met this man. I don't think I'm buying him a gift.
Don't even talk to me about that.
The only thing on the list is a gun holster for his concealed carry. And I was like, hey, I'm not buying you that. Not only do I not know you, I'm afraid now.
That's worse.
What happened to her?
That's so much worse than anything that I was gonna say. My sister just has like ugly golf apparel.
The T-shirt was a little alarming. I was like, what? She also didn't vote. Yeah, I would like. Sean's the only sibling that voted of the 3. I was like, what do you mean you didn't vote?
They're in Arizona. I'm not that surprised.
Well, she's in North Carolina.
Oh, I'm even less surprised.
And he's in California. No, Texas.
That's weird.
Yeah, but she didn't vote because she just didn't really like either of the candidates. And I said, girl,
okay, sure,
I need you to do me a solid. Anyways.
Interesting.
So yeah, that was the list that we got. And I was like, I don't know what to do about this.
Huh. Yeah, no, definitely not that. So, I don't know. My sister made it easy. I know what to get her, but it sucks when you, like, she sent me this thing one time. I think it was a few years ago where she sent me this one sweater she liked, but it was a, like, knockoff Shein version of, like, a nice sweater that I knew existed. And so I'm like, I'm in this weird dilemma because I know there's a better version out there that I could buy for you at, like, maybe $20 more. But you asked for the shit version.
Yeah.
What do I do?
What did you end up doing? Or is that for this year?
I didn't get any either.
You just got a different thing.
I'm getting you a different gift that you asked for because
really
I can't
gamble
bring
on
myself to get you the polyester ugly ass version of what's already an ugly sweater.
Yeah. Amen.
I asked my mom advice on it, and she was like, "Girl, I don't know." And I'm like, "Well, I guess I'm getting you something else." I don't know. I try not to ask for apparel from either of them either because I asked my mom for something very simple this year. I said I would really like, because I talked to you about this. It was like I want like a winter layer, like a
you wanted something to wear to like football games and hiking and like any outdoor long term
like
multiple-hour
mountain
activity.
hiking. Yes.
So you don't freeze to death.
Exactly. So I wanted like an underlayer, like basically long johns and an underlayer. And
like
I'm
a thermal shirt.
oh, this is perfect. Like you said that there were some cheap ones on Amazon, but I was like, you know what? This seems like a good Christmas gift to ask for.
Yeah,
so I'm going to do that. So I asked my mom, I was like, hey, whatever research you do, like I'm going to give you like 3 or 4 different options. This is kind of what I'm thinking. Shirt, pants. Immediately she sends me shit where it's like the most patterned, like it has like fucking paisley on it, and I'm like, how did you even find this? Like,
black.
I genuinely don't know.
Think plain. I'm wearing clothes over this. I don't want to see black.
Where did you even find the paisley version of this? You had to go out of your way
probably
to find
Sierra.
This, bro. No, it fucking wasn't. I was just like so confused as to like, how did you get here, bro? I just like I had to laugh because she loves to do that shit. I asked for. She did this thing one time where I asked for Doc Martens, I think 2018.
No, moms just do this, deadass.
And I asked for plain black Doc Martens. I said, I love just the plain black or brown.
Standard.
Black or brown, leather or vegan. I don't care.
Just plain Docs.
I just like the
no
look
other notes
of them. I like the boots. I don't want the slip-ons. These are the specific ones that I want. I have these 3 types of styles. I don't need anything else, just this. What the fuck did she get? She got embroidered roses. You know the pair. She got the embroidered rose one, and I was like, why would you?
And they're not ugly, so you did get lucky there.
I did get lucky, but when I opened them, I was like, what the fuck? I was
my mom would do this too. Like I'd be like, oh, here's a list.
But it ended
up
being fine. It ended up being fine, and I liked them, and they were fun. Yeah. But it was just like.
But no, it's just like if you ask me what do I want, and I give you a list, and the list has 6 shirts. Don't say, well, I got you a shirt that I think looks like these 6 shirts. Because guess what?
It doesn't.
You're 60 years old. It doesn't look like these shirts.
It doesn't.
Because she would pull out the ugliest cowl neck, like cashmere, knockoff cashmere thing and be like, well, it looks like the sweater that you wanted. I'm like, hey, girl, that sweater was from Target. Accessible, affordable. I don't know why you thought this was an adequate replacement. It's not. I hate this.
If you do not,
because I don't want the thing you got me.
You shouldn't have to feel bad.
And then you feel bad that I don't like the thing. I don't get the experience of keeping the thing that I opened on. Like, why are we doing all this?
Well, genuinely, it's not on you.
No, but then you feel that
but you end up feeling bad
because they're doing all this because they want it to be the way they think that it should be. But it's not really about that.
It's not really about them. That's the thing. I don't know. Your parents kind of give a little narcissistic.
I just think that like when you buy Christmas gifts, like it should be about giving someone a thing that you either think they want or is useful, because it truly should be about like the joy of like providing a thing for someone. Like I got you that cup because I saw it was like, dude, you like birds, like this is cute.
And I like hiking, and I like enamel mugs like that.
It's just a thing that reminded me of you, and I thought you would like it. Like it's
and
not
I do
a big
like
deal.
It. It's Bailey's gonna flip out. He's gonna love that shit.
There's no pressure. Like it's just for the love of the game, and I think no one's doing things for love of the game, and then it gets all fucked up and weird.
River's gonna get a random Facebook Marketplace item for Christmas.
I hope I get Yoda. He's big, dude. I'm
gonna get you. What the fuck was it? Glazing milk. I'm gonna get you some.
What is that? Yeah, what?
I don't know. I don't know what glazing milk is.
We'll drink the glazing milk on the next episode, and then we'll get food poisoning and probably die.
I wish I would have shown you a picture of my outfit yesterday, because
I wish you would have shown me.
I'm in a customer service role, and
was it like a good outfit?
It was cute, but it was very like religious looking, and I did it on purpose because the person that I was doing the visit for was very religious, and so I was like, how do I avoid a conversation where you're going to try to convert me?
Yeah, I have to just look the way you expect me to be so we don't have to talk about anything.
Yeah, and she kept being like, I love that you're a godly woman just like my daughter. And I'm like...
And you're wearing a headband so that the part doesn't let all the energy out. And you said, of course. Yes, I am a godly woman. Thank you.
I love the community that you've built. I just kept deflecting. At one point she asked me this question. She's like, so you went to Catholic school, so did you learn about the Israel situation? And I said, interesting that you asked that. So no, let's talk about
really anything
scripture.
Yeah, actually, I'm feeling really passionate about scripture right now. Like, I'm feeling
Can you
moved.
tell me about how you feel about how Catholics worship saints? Can we talk about that for a second? How do you feel about that?
Dude, one time I had this patient who we were waiting for an appointment, so we stood there with this lady for like 30 minutes, and she kept circling and having the same circular conversation, but she kept bringing up how there's nothing good on TV because at the hospital because everything's too crass and too dirty. But they were playing a rerun of Lassie, and she loves the movie Lassie, so she just kept talking about Lassie and then how there's no good, clean fun on TV anymore,
except for
and
Lassie.
I'm just like standing there going, and my partner's behind the cot like trying not to laugh the whole time.
You should have been like, you ever seen Beverly Hills Chihuahuas?
Dude, I should have been like, you ever seen Pitbulls and Parolees? Some good, clean fun, honestly. She probably would have had a stroke watching that show.
She's like, they were in jail. No, she honestly was really sweet to work with. It was just like hilarious that it just kept coming up the second day where she really wanted to either confirm that I was Christian.
Into the discourse on Israel.
She really, and I would not engage. I would not engage.
Good for you, though.
I was like, I don't know what your opinions are about to be, but I cannot act like I am for any of this. So let's just
not.
Because all I'm doing is getting you ready to lay in a scanner bed.
Truly, though, I feel like some customer service, especially the more corporate you get, I feel like you just like erase all sense of self when you're at the jobs that you don't have to deal with anything. Like when I was an EMT too, like it's just like so much of like I'm just gonna become a big nothing burger so that nothing can happen to me. Because if you don't actually want to hear about me and me as a person, if you don't see me as a person, you won't hurt me as a person. You know,
that's
like
true.
Nothing will come of this, and that's the easiest way to get through the nightmare capitalist hellscape of just having to work and do this shit all the time.
I have had really good experiences thus far, though, with the participants that I've had, which has been good. But I did get this piece of advice because I've only had, I've had mostly women come in with like their husbands, which has been great. I'm a little bit scared to just get the men in because I've heard really bad horror stories from my coworkers.
They're gonna like try to put the moves on,
and they're 90. And they're 90.
I mean, I told you about the guy from the VA who I drove home one time, and he was telling me about how he left a note for his nurse, just telling her she did a really good job, and he left his phone number and he left his address in case she wanted to come visit. And I don't know how to express how gross this man was in both vibes and also like just nasty.
Just
like, he just smelled bad. He smelled like pee, and it's probably not his fault. But
probably
like,
not.
You maybe like if you're gonna be an asshole, maybe you do deserve to smell like pee. And he was just so creepy and weird. And he kept talking about how nice her smile was, and then he
which
started
is
being like
she's just trying to be nice.
And then he started talking about how like you ever meet somebody and you just really think something could work there, and I'm like, hey,
damn,
what do you mean?
Really was just
this woman is like 27 and you are gross and have no chance. I don't know how to tell you this. I just kept being like, yeah, because I didn't know what else to say. But it was
that's all you gotta
so
say.
out of touch with reality.
All you need
so
to say.
This is what your experience might be, and all you can do is laugh at their bad jokes and then just go, haha, yeah.
Well, here's the thing. Here's what with the cognitive dissonance in healthcare is going to a 3-hour long seminar of how you need to stand up to sexual harassment, and then immediately having a meeting with your boss following where they're saying
back down.
how you should sit your ass back down and just take it.
Because there is no better alternative.
That's genuinely the conversation that occurred. And then I was like, okay, so you've all experienced this. How do you deal with it? And they're like, deal with it? No,
it's just part of the job, and
that's what they say. But that's the dissonance is they're like, you need to report it. You need to make sure that everyone knows, and that you need to stand up against racism and sexual harassment. But then the second that it actually occurs, it literally occurred in front of my boss, and she was like,
no, because
hello,
the customer is always right mindset in healthcare. It is taken to like the craziest nth degree where the patient can do no wrong, even when they say fucked up shit.
It's like the most fucked up shit.
In a hospital, it's like, cool, I don't care. You probably shouldn't say that. I'm still providing you a service.
That's the thing.
And there were some people in the industry that think about it that way, and then there are many that don't. And honestly, in hospital settings, the best they do is there is one male nurse on the floor that is
and they'll step in
and he'll take one for the team. And so when Jerry asks for his 17th sponge bath of the night because the nurse that he thinks is pretty is working on the floor, Brock gets to come in and snap on them gloves and say,
give them the
hey,
sponge
Jer,
bath
you
instead.
ready? You ready to soak your sack? Because I'm here.
Right.
Not the person you thought was coming and that you were preying upon. And that's literally the best they do. That's it. That's the most you can hope for.
Nope, that's it. That's literally it. It's just avoidance.
It's
avoidance and then replacement. Which it was just like, it is just so irritating. It's like, why are you even showing these fucking seminars at all? Like, you're telling us we do not stand for this disrespect. But you do, though.
See, yeah, this is honestly, I think this is a very, like, capitalism just does this, like, overall. But one of my biggest, like, pet peeves is, like, I hate people that have no integrity, and I hate, like, this two-facedness. And so many, like, places I've worked where it's like that. I'm like, I'd rather not stand you're for this. Gonna fuck me either way, so don't pretend you're not fucking me.
Yeah.
Like, please stop. I just need you to stop lying, because we all know that I'm getting bent over and fucked, so let's just not pretend I'm not. That was my big thing. It's like, let's just we already know, and I know I can't afford to do anything else. I can't afford to not work this job, so I work here, and I don't care because it already sucks, and I know that. So, like, let's just be real. Like, shit like that. That they're like, no, we care about this, and we care about safety,
and then you immediately talk with the actual people you work with, and then they're like, oh, we don't care about that.
Yeah,
you just kind of brush it off. Oh, you can't brush it off. Oh, well, we want to emphasize that you do matter. But we also don't want to stop this visit because we would be losing about $20,000 to $30,000 if you did stop the visit. So you're gonna have to think about that because you probably will face some consequences if you do leave the visit.
There isn't really retaliation.
If you are uncomfortable, you should never stand for that. And we would never tell you to be in an uncomfortable situation.
Yeah, like you should never stand for that.
But also, we would be losing
for yourself.
$30,000.
Let's keep that in mind. Like, keep things from getting too hostile, but you should also probably not avoid confrontation completely. But it just goes.
It's impossible. It's impossible to win.
God, yeah, it's a nightmare. It truly.
So I'm happy that I've had good experiences thus far.
That's good. But yeah, I would buckle up because you are just gonna become a soldier for the cause in a little bit.
What's really nice is I think that I often detract people that. When I call, I feel like sometimes I'm a little rough when I call just to I haven't actually had people book appointments with me that I haven't had a nice time talking with.
Well, that's good. You're kind of like pre-vetting them.
Accidentally, which is a little bit of I'm sorry, I'm introducing a little bit of bias into the study.
That's probably for the best, honestly. That's probably for the best.
Yeah.
So, well, and I'm sure there's other people that call and they'll book with them.
And then it's not your problem. My coworker, and she has had the worst time so far with people that have come
kind of a doormat person? Like, she doesn't really. Yeah, there you go. That's
100%.
And you know what? All you can do is look out for yourself as an unfortunate poor soul, as a cog in the capitalist machine. All you can do right now is look out for yourself, and then on the side you gotta organize.
Yeah.
But when you're in the day to day, all you can do is just buy your wedge salad and shut the fuck up.
Speaking of, have you? You know what? We really should get some lunch.
We should.
Somewhere.
Dude, the mac and cheese at the hospital cafeteria, fucking fire.
Really? I've never had it.
Yeah, I ate it on,
where was it? Wait, what day was it?
At the hospital. I don't remember.
Because they switched their menu.
Wednesday?
They switched their menu literally every day.
I think it was Wednesday. It was really good.
I had a whole thing at the hospital.
I had a grain bowl that was really bad. Yeah. And I had a quesadilla that was like super mid. So
the quesadilla is so mid, bro.
But it's not bad.
It's not bad, but
it's not good.
So mid. It's so mid. And I hate to ask them, but I'm like, can you just grill it for like 5 seconds longer? Because none of the cheese is melted,
my
bro.
boss, like, they apparently before COVID you used to scoop your own salad stuff, and then after COVID they scoop it for you.
Yeah,
like
at the salad bar.
And they weigh it to pay. And she's like, these motherfuckers are like, she literally comes over and sits down, and I'm like, girl, you could kill a man if you hit him over the head with that fucking salad. She's like, yeah.
They load that shit up.
She never finishes it because it's so big.
It's so
and then
big. I asked for a side salad, and they said, we don't do that. And I'm like, can you just put smaller portions in there?
She was like, she actively avoids one guy because he scoops too heavy. And then the next time she went, she was like trying to be like, can you like just put a little? And then they still put like so much. She got like a 5-layer salad. She pays like $10 because it's so heavy.
But everything there, if it's pre-done, is very cheap. Like everything from the grill, like where you get the quesadilla and the sandwiches and shit, all that stuff is like under $5.
Yeah, no, the pricing is really not that bad. Like,
but it is in the hospital food.
It's good for hospital food, I will say. I'm impressed. I think it's because like 85% of the people who eat at the hospital cafeteria just work in the hospital or near the hospital.
And you know what I love about the hospital?
Patient families.
They always got a crisp Diet Coke. They've always got Chris.
Dude, did I show you? I got a little mini fridge for my cubicle.
Bitch,
it's
what?
like it
so
holds
cute.
9 soda cans, so it's literally like this.
I need to come visit you. I need to see you at the
It's
hospital.
really cute. I have a bunch of pictures. I have a picture of you hanging up. I have a bunch of photos. I have a couple memes.
I need to check the time of my car because I only.
Yeah, you're good. We're almost done.
Oh,
I
need to go.
Okay.
Well, let me hear a little bit more.
Let's wrap it up.
Oh, I have
that manga panel from Haikyuu. That's him like facing sideways, and it says, "But what will you become tomorrow?"
Oh, cute.
Because I feel like that just inspires me.
Guys, but yeah, what inspires you?
You should decorate your cubicle, whatever that means for you in your life.
Mine has little figurines that are a little bit weird.
I'm gonna start putting little knickknacks. I think I love a knickknack.
I love a knickknack.
But
I actually do need some like cute little prints to put in my cubicle. I would really like that.
I think you should customize it because then it doesn't feel like you're at work all the time. Or
well,
it feels
I don't
a little
dislike
less,
my cubicle. I have lots of sunlight.
I just think it's nice to personalize. I think more people should personalize things in their life, like what you're doing with Bailey's keychain. Like that's
I know, isn't it?
Personalize your shit. Have some soul. Bring soul and authenticity back into the world because we need it.
I agree.
And that's how we'll survive capitalism. Probably. Maybe.
Or not. Maybe it just feeds into it.
I don't know. Well, Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, and I hope maybe we'll see you guys before the New Year. Otherwise, we'll do
I'm sticking around.
We'll do a New Year's special or something, maybe.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
Why the fuck not? We'll drink a whole bottle of champagne. Actually, we should. We're doing a New Year's special.
We're gonna vomit on camera.
Yeah, New Year's special. Stay tuned for that. And buy our merch that we don't have so we can escape capitalism.
Yeah.
Okay, bye.
Bye.